Right, hello and welcome to a quick video. Well, I think it's going to be quick. I don't know just yet because I've only just started recording it. Perhaps you could let me know whether you thought it was quick or not below. Anyway, these three leather notebook covers I've bought from Amazon. I've had this one the longest. These are more recent purchases, but the reason I've picked up these three is because you try different things, and if you've been thinking of trying them, they're not overly expensive, but it might be that you're looking for a review, which is probably why you've landed on this video. And so I'm just going to give you a quick comparison of these particular three that I've bought. Now, as you'll know, if you have looked these kind of things up on Amazon, they don't have brand names or anything, so I'm just going to call them A, B and C. Now, I will put links to the exact sellers that I bought them from in the description below. So you'll have affiliate links, which means if you buy through that link, you'll help me out a little bit, which would be great. But also, I'm just making sure that you buy in from exactly the same one that I've bought these from, because it could be that I could show you this one and then you could go looking for it, or I could find a link. And if it's not the exact same one that I bought, you might buy something that's of a inferior quality, or you might find the price is a bit higher or something. So I'm going to put the links to the exact ones that I bought in the UK. Anyway, let's just jump on to Exhibit A. So I've had this one the longest. I originally bought it as like a travel notebook holder, the idea being that I could hold my notebook in one side and I could hold my passport in the other side. So I've just folded this over so you can't see my phone number and my email address. But what it's actually ended up being is as a bit of an expense tracker for work. So I found that a notebook on here was great. A passport in the other side wasn't so great because you kind of had to take the passport out to get it scanned. I wasn't actually traveling that often, so it was a kind of a pointless exercise really. So I started using it just to travel, to track even my travel expenses and stuff like that. So in a notebook on this side, I was making a note of my mileage and any other expenses. I've just ripped some pages out of this because I had some rubbish in there that's gone, and then my receipts and stuff would be clipped onto this side, which is what I still do. But now on the main sort of like side of this, I've got a calendar, so a diary even. So these have week numbers, and you've got a week on one side and then some note pages on the other. So I use this predominantly for work, so it just keeps an idea of travel and stuff for work more than anything. I can't remember how much I paid for this, but recently this was selling for £19 on Amazon. I know that because I bought one for somebody for a gift and filled it with some notebooks. It's perfectly sized for these field notes, 5.5 by 3.5 inch notebooks. And I think it's really good, solid piece of leather. It's really nicely made, and I really like it. And that's £19. Exhibit B. I haven't used this one quite so much. The leather on it is a little different. You can see there's some colouring and stuff on the side there, but equally so, I can make this change color quite easily and then it return back to normal. Now, I don't know if that means it's some kind of fake leather, or if it's not leather at all, or if it's a particular type of leather. I don't know. It actually feels quite nice, and I would say is just as equally well built as this one. It doesn't feel quite as supple, but then I've had this for, as I said, 8 to 9 years. This one maybe the edges feel a little firmer than these. These have got nice and soft and worn on this one. The difference being, this one here has the same 2 pockets on either side. It also has some credit card pockets or travel card pockets, whatever you want to put in there. They're not super snug, but I think your cards are quite safe in there if you've got this closed. And the other main difference here is that this one is a little bit taller. So I don't know of the exact dimensions, but if you do know your notebooks, you'll know that this is a Leuchtturm pocket notebook. You can see it's quite a bit taller than these 5.5 inch field notes, and with a little bit of persuasion, these fit nicely into this book here. So if you're looking for something for a Leuchtturm pocket notebook, this is definitely the one for you. And I only paid $8.95 for that. I haven't used it a huge amount. I've had it a few months, but it's yeah, it just this notebook stays in here. I don't normally keep any cards in there, that's just there for show, but this notebook stays in here where I've started keeping some track of some expenses this year for overseas travel and stuff, so that I can just look back at some hotels I've stayed at, what sort of flight times, that kind of stuff. But that's the thing here. This one will fit nicely one of these Leuchtturm notebooks. As you can see, it's a little taller than this one and a little bigger in all dimensions, I would say, actually. Yeah, a little bigger in all dimensions. Still nice. So £19 and £8.95. Exhibit C. Now this one is a real nice soft supple leather. Again, I'm not going to be called on whether this is real leather or fake or whatever. This one feels more leathery than this one. It's got a rougher sort of feel to it. These two are both quite smooth. This isn't got I wouldn't say polished finish to it. It's more like I don't know, it's a bit rougher. This is the only one of the three that has any kind of way of closing up and staying shut using these, I don't know what you call these bands, but they fit through a hole in the middle with these little bars, and then it just means that they can stay closed. I can't remember what these bands are called. Somebody will correct me and know immediately, but I'm afraid I don't know. So this one is again, this is small. So this is for the you know, the field notes kind of size notebooks, not the larger Leuchtturm ones. This won't fit in there. This bit's a little bit too tall. And the difference here is this one fits notebooks into the middle, so you don't have any pockets on the sides. You've just got one flat bit of leather with some holes for these bands to go through. And what they do is they allow you to fit one in the middle using a band here, and then it comes with a spare band so that you can mount two others sort of either side like this. Now I bought this with the intention that I was gonna start carrying 3 notebooks around, you know, one to doodle in, one to write shopping lists, and then one to perhaps write I don't know, my novel or something. But haven't really got round to using it, I'm afraid, so I can't give much more feedback on it than that. But this is $12.99, so I think the 19 and the 12.99 versus the £8.95 to me says these are more genuine leather, and this is perhaps some kind of imitation. But still, don't let that put you off, because I think it actually feels and looks quite nice. But say this is the only one that can seal in any way. None of them have any way of actually holding a pen. The pen is held in this one by a little sort of homemade gorilla tape strap, and say this, I've got a little clip on here that I use just to sort of clip receipts and stuff into the front. So yeah, so there's your 3. I think all 3 of these are absolutely well worth the money. It really comes down to what you need. If you want one to hold these larger notebooks from Leuchtturm, then you know, Exhibit B is your answer. Whether you want to use the credit card slots is entirely up to you, but this one is a real nice fit for the Leuchtturms. This one definitely is the one that I'm favouring, because I can sort of put these 2 either side and clip that on the front. This is my preferred way. I don't know a time when I'm going to really be carrying 3 notebooks, but we'll see. This is nice, but this feels a bit smarter. This has that kind of Filofax look about it. So if you've got any questions, or you know, if you found this useful, please let me know below. Give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, family and loved ones, and yeah, I'll see you in another video real soon. Cheers.